4th of April 2025, a drill press, Ajax, an old English make I'd say. I fitted a single phase motor which requires a capacitor on it. And what I've done is, while it's running there, I couldn't do the two together. I've turned off the mains. And when you turn off the mains and I've turned it on again, it will not start. That's a no voltage switch. In other words, the switch is kept on by a magnetic field through a winding, and when you break the connection, it breaks it completely until the button is pressed again. It's a safety device used a lot in stone crushing equipment and stuff like that, where somebody might be working at it. You have to deliberately switch it on. If the electricity went off and came on again, all stays off. That's a no voltage switch. You'll hear the buzz as you switch it on momentarily. That's the capacitor coming in. In a 3-phase motor, you have no capacitor. This is the way the capacitor is here. That's the correct capacitor, and that's how I may explain in another video how that works. But there was a 3-phase motor on this machine, and because I have only single-phase power, I need a capacitor to drive the motor. See it there? It's a 1 horsepower motor, the same horsepower. It works quite well. Now, so in there is a Morse taper. A Morse taper, it's a common way of driving drills, and this is a device here called a drift, homemade. You can make them any way you like. And when I give that a tip like this, when I hit it with the hammer, I can only use one hand, of course. And that drives it out. Now I'm only one hand, so please understand that. So this is the Morse taper on the drill. On the twist drill is the right name for those. They are a twist drill. Okay. This is a 2-flute. A 2-flute. Now, this here is a 3-flute twist drill. See, there are 3 flutes. You cannot use that to drill in the first instance. You have to use a 2-flute to get in, like this. But once you get in, you can widen it using the 3. And the 3 gives a better quality hole and works much better. This is a reamer. This is a different device. This smooths out or it widens out a hole a little bit or enlarges a hole that has been made by the twist drill. This is a reamer, or that's bored on the lathe. It also has a Morse taper. This is a 1 Morse taper. Okay, now a big thing about twist drills is, and the Morse taper or reamers, is that it's commonly understood that this lug is to catch it so that when it goes up here, it can't spin. That is untrue. That's a Mulliker's way of thinking. The proof is that on the headstock of the lathe, the tailstock and the headstock, but on the tailstock, this here goes in, and there's no lug to push it out. This twist drill is removed by undoing this here, by twisting this. See? See? So it works without any lug. The lug can sometimes bring it round, but if you keep your Morse taper clean and your drill bit free of grease, it should bring it round on its own. It's designed to turn the drill bit without that lug. That lug is to use the drift through this hole. So the drift goes in there. See it? There. And then it's pushed up. But the drift, the lug should not be bringing it round if it's properly done. It is sometimes can happen by accident, but it's not designed for that. The Morse taper is designed to bring the whole lot round on its own when it's placed in and tapped into place correctly. Okay, so I think we've shown you the drill press. The no voltage switch differs from an ordinary switch in that if the power goes off, it will not come on again or without some person pressing the button. This part of the drill bit here is the quill. This is the quill. and the similar part on the tailstock of the lathe is also a quill. Any sliding device that will move up and down to hold a boring bar or a drill or a twist drill or a reamer is a quill. The milling machine also has a quill, and they have some type of connector, either Morse taper or RS8 is another type. There are various other types of connecting, but the Morse tapers are very old and very common. This one is 2 Morse taper. So right, we let you go on that. Comment underneath, just a little bit of knowledge there, a little bit of parting, a little bit of vintage sort of stuff to understand. We'll see you back soon. Bye bye.